coming to you with a new video. This one is for those of you who want to do the tour of the galaxy. Well, before I begin with this, please make sure that you hit that subscribe button and like this video and hit the bell to receive notifications when I post up new content. Without further ado, let us begin. First off, I'm going to show you the build and the ship that I'm using, which currently is the USS War TARDIS, which is the experimental science vessel T6X. Now, where do I get the X? Well, I will explain that shortly. But first off, let's start off with the consoles that I'm using. I'm not using... The shield doesn't really matter. I just have a shield on. Same with the deflector dish. There's nothing really special. Same with the secondary deflector. Nothing there. But this is what you need. The adapted Mako combat impulse with the sector speed buffs. Now, some people say use the Borg assimilated impulse engine, and that will do just fine. But as you can see, I have 21.3 plus impulse expertise, 31.9 starship sector speed, which is through sector space. I have 18.7 flight speed, which is very good, a 19.8 flight turn rate, and that's all pretty good whenever you're talking about doing this run. Also, I have on this ship, which is a definite must, a lot of people would disagree, but the Gamma Sogenic Overcharged Warp Core, and this is capped at a Mark 15 Epic. So this gives me the 15.46 warp speed through sector space and gives me plus 60% slipstream speed and 100% slipstream turn rate and 50% cooldown on transwarp. And the recharge rate is faster on slipstream by 100%. Some people say that you can use a different core, but this one has been rated as the best. For my engineering slots, I had the Polaric Modulator, of course also Epic at Mark 15, which gives me plus 5 inertia and 15.8 flight speed, with an additional 26.2% flight turn rate, 100% slipstream turn rate, which is very good. I've been doing some tweaking, and I found the Chains of Fire console to work very well, which gives me plus 25 impulse, improved speed and turn rate. So that's actually pretty good. I forget where you get it, but this console is definitely something that you should look into. I also have on this, which is the multi-target tractor arrays. I believe this came from a box, and it gives me, as you see there, plus 19% turn rate, which is good. See, you want to get more turn rate. Turn rate is always good. I just threw on the particle synthesizer. I think it's just for auxiliary power, which really doesn't do anything. It's the console that comes with the experimental science ship, which is what this ship is. I also have the enhanced subspace wake generator, which gives me another 8.6% flight speed, plus 3 current and maximum engine subsystem power, which I've noticed it does very well for that, allowing me to move quicker, because we need to move fast. We only have a 15-minute time limit. I also looked at this, the Temporal Vortex Probe, which gives me a +5 turn rate, scales with auxiliary power. That's probably also why I have the more powered auxiliaries, which is pretty nice. And I've also taken a quick gander at this. It's the House Martok defensive configuration. Now, haven't really messed with this, although I should probably upgrade this. It gives me a +16 flight turn rate, but I'm actually going to see what happens if I upgrade it. So let's see here. We're going to do a little bit of an upgrade. Quick. I know I should have done this before making this video, but I thought I would throw this on here as a, like, possible new console for flight speed. And unfortunately, I do not have any it'd only give me like a 17. So it wouldn't give me that much. So I'm just gonna put it back on there as is. Okay, next we're going. The stats on the mastery on this ship are as follows. I have it all decked out, and of course we're going to go into the skills that are required. First off, with traits, you need Leadfoot. It is a space trait, and it gives you +25 turn rate and 10% plus speed, and while in Slipstream it does +25 turn rate and 10+% speed. That is a must. Now that I've actually done the tour of the galaxy, I also have the well-traveled, which only gives me a 20% reduced cooldown to transwarp, which we're only going to do one jump on transwarp, and I will show you why I only do one jump. And this I found is a must. What I've seen, the extensively modified warp core, +30% flight speed during full impulse, +125 inertia full impulse, +25 turn speed at full impulse, significantly improved flight speed and turn speed during quantum slipstream. Now, as I said, I'm using the ill-fated ship, which is this will behave, the Dauntless class, which pretty much is the ship that was seen in the one Star Trek Voyager episode. And it comes with a hyper advanced quantum slipstream drive. Now, some people have said, and I've seen people do videos and said that this is a better option, the T6 Vestas. Now, the only reason they say that is because of the two-piece that comes with it, which allows it for a much faster quantum slipstream. Now, I have not tested this theory, but one of these days I'll test it to see if it actually is faster. But we are going to actually run as is. So let's go into space. Returning to ship. Now, there is no need for any special duty officers or any special, like, bridge officer setups. So you just basically go with it. Now, another thing about this is most people have their own routes. I have done this route so many times that it's ridiculous. I'm starting off at the Tenebris system, and then I'm just going to basically bob and weave, bob and weave, bob and weave, and I'm going to end up down here in Klingon space. And then I'm going to jump to Defera with my transwarp drive, which then we go from Defera, and from Defera we do like I just did here, back up and move forward, and then we will actually get it done. Now I'm going to make sure I have the timer up so we can all see how long this takes. Like I said, it should take about, it's a 15-minute run. So I've actually had it done to where I've had like 4 minutes left. Or 5 minutes, depending on certain factors. Which, here's your kickers, is up here. When you do the turn, sometimes it'll say you're going into deep space. You know, this little like area here, it'll say you're going to deep space. And the other thing about this is you can't just autopilot this. You have to actually click on each sector you're going to, and you just basically go out, go in, go out, go in, go out. Okay. Enough chit chat. I'm going to stop talking right now, and we will show you this in its entirety. So let's have some fun, folks. Oh, and another thing I forgot to mention, every 2 minutes, my slipstream action, see, right there was that thing. Every 2 minutes, the slipstream drive will recharge. As you guys saw, that was me pretty much booking it. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention, you also should have your pilot, if you have it on, have it active. That gives you more of a turn rate as well. Nice of me to actually say about that. And you go for the yellow circles. Now this is where I jump to Vera. as you guys saw, it was done with 5 minutes and 14 seconds left. So it was pretty much a 10-minute run. And you also have a 20-hour cooldown. And also you get credits. Back up to 3 million. Yay! I started off at like 2 million. So I did like, it was like 1.5 million or so, depending on how you look at it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.